I'm not one to wish death on anyone. In fact, it's one of the disgusting characteristics of the left that I hate, that they celebrate whenever anyone that they disagree with has cancer, dies. They're always on social media celebrating people's deaths. I think it's disgusting. But I am also not going to let a cancer diagnosis turn Joe Biden into some kind of a martyr. And when he dies, which is inevitable because all of us do, I'm not going to pretend like he was some kind of hero. And I want everyone to remember that this is the guy who sent a 69-year-old cancer patient grandmother to prison for peacefully protesting on January 6th, among many others. Okay, this is the same guy who pushed drag queens on kids, who forced innocent Americans to get an experimental injection, which some died from. Some have permanent ailments, permanent disabilities from that, all because Joe Biden forced them to get an experimental injection. This is the guy who allowed 20 million illegal aliens into our country, including terrorists, some of whom we may not know who they are until they commit terrorism on our soil. A man who couldn't be bothered to give a shit about the Laken Rileys and the Rachel Morans of the country. A man who did his very best to get us into World War III. He threatened schools that didn't allow boys and girls sports. He profited off of his position to the tune of millions upon millions of dollars as vice president, allowing his son to do these corrupt business dealings. This is a very evil man. A cancer diagnosis does not change that, and nobody should pretend otherwise. I'm not wishing him death. I'm not wishing bad things for him. But I'm also not going to pretend like we should stop talking about the fact that there were numerous people involved in a very criminal cover-up of this man's decline, and all of those people should be held accountable. And now is not the time to stop talking about that.